Willpower. How's it going?
Hey, it's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to be here.
Welcome to Hip Hop Weekly Radio. Introduce yourself.
I'm Willpower, Statesboro, Georgia, Atlanta raised, I'm here. I'm happy to be here with y'all.
Okay, all right. So let's get into it. Let us know how you got started, how long you've been in the industry.
I've been in the industry since 2013. I really just revamped my whole image and sound currently this year. So I really just started staying true to myself instead of just staying up to date with what the industry wants. Because, if you're trying to keep up, you're already behind the curve. So I started off writing for different artists, like countless people who were upcoming in Atlanta and a few majors in the area now. But I started off just as a songwriter, and then I kind of got out of my insecurities, and I was like, you know what, I can do this myself. I'm giving them the records, but I'm also trying to convince them that this is the right record to use. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to start pushing the music myself, and I started pushing the music myself and making it happen.
Okay. So describe your sound.
My sound, I guess the best way to describe it just be just emotional. I'm really coming off the emotions instead of just trying to create something. Instead of trying to create, I'm just trying to just tell and describe and allow you the imagery and allow you just a brief moment to my lifestyles or the people around me and how the decisions and the choices we made affected where we are today.
Okay. Who are some of the people that you looked up to in the past that, influenced you?
As far as just my sound and the music?
Yeah.
One of my favorites is probably Meek Mills. I really like Meek. David Banner, he's been influential not just on the music side, but just talking to me and keeping me grounded and telling me how to move about in the industry.
Okay.
He's been he played a big step. There's been so many people that's just really helped me, but I said those are two that just really just stick out when I instantly think about, where I am. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, you like the greats like Beanie Siegel and,
right.
Nas and Jay-Z, but, people who currently just keep me balanced and, keep me on the right page, or those are the two that I've been around who actually keep me grounded.
Okay. All right. How do you feel about the internet and social media being the new wave and the new way to get your music out in today's industry?
Me and Tokyo, we did this record Cinderella, and it was based upon the whole perception of the world in the social media, because you see people and you believe they're perfect and their lifestyle is perfect, but you don't understand it's just like Cinderella, it looks good in front of the camera, but behind the camera these people don't have nothing, or they have less than what you have, and they make you feel like what you have isn't enough, when realistically, they're dying to have what you have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you spend so much time and you're looking and you see people with money, it's gotten so bad to the point that, now you can go on social media and you see people show $200,000-$300,000 in cash and it's prop money. The money said for, cinematic purposes only, on the money, but you just think it's real, and now you're dying to be a crash dummy just to be in a position because you think they're really in the streets, or they're really out here doing what they say they're doing to get this money, but they're not really doing it. So, I just say, just really be true to yourself, because at the end of the day, people out here are really just faking it to make it.
Right, absolutely. That's true. I've listened to a few of your songs, and you just mentioned the Cinderella song. Which one are you currently promoting? Or
Cinderella is the current single.
Okay. Talk about that.
Cinderella is me and Tokyo Jetz. Shout out Tokyo Jetz. Shout out Chevy Marino. He played a big impact. A lot of artists don't understand that you wouldn't be who you are without your engineers. Your engineers really come in and really take you to the next level. Originally, I was going to put Damar Jackson on the record. He was going to do the chorus, but then Chevy was like, yo, bro, I like how you did this verse. I think you should try. Let's just play with it a little bit and see what we can get out of it. And we ended up really pushing the record. And it was hard for me because I normally finish a song in 20 to 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. So to have to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours on just a chorus, and it's 4 bars, you know what I'm saying? And I can't get it right, and we're going over and over and over again. It was a big challenge, but, we still overcame the obstacle. And the message behind the record is what really need to be said. We're really trying to put the love back into music.
Okay.
It's so hard to stay focused, and just really the stuff we listen to really influences you. So I'm just trying to give you something else to listen to that actually brightens up your day, or lets you know yo, I'm a regular person just like you. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to make it just like you. So I'm going through all the same things you're going through, and we decided we'd make a record that really reflected that, so you wouldn't just think that it's just as gravy as it looks. Don't get confused with the jewelry and the money and the lifestyle and think that we don't hurt or we don't cry or we don't feel and bleed just like everybody else does.
Right, absolutely. Have you had any performances yet, or any up and coming shows?
Yeah, I've had a lot of performances. I've opened for a few major acts. Like at one point in time, I was on the road with Boosie. Me and Boosie and Bolane was on tour together. I've opened up for like Jeezy and just different people. But we like I said, we just revamped the whole image. So we're just taking the time to really like figure out what's the right person to align ourselves with and the right people to be with. Because you don't want to go on the road with a trap artist and you're making records that are totally different. You're R&B, and you don't want to be with somebody who's just strictly R&B, but at the same time, some of your records are up tempo. So you want to make sure that it's the right bond, it's the right network. But me and Tokyo, we're talking right now. Her people, my people. We're talking about possibly putting something together on the tour. A few other artists like Day Day, Young Boop. So
definitely connect with the Hustle Gang people. Some real dope artists. So out of all the songs that you have, is there anyone that kind of like you listen to frequently, or?
I mean, I'm heavy on the Cinderella record. I do love the Cinderella record. But
that's your favorite right now?
But I think it's one I haven't put out that's called Excuses.
Okay.
That we're preparing to put out maybe the next single or the one after that. But
that's like your second favorite?
Man, Excuses is the one. Like, Excuses is the one. Because it's that male perspective where you're talking to a female and it's like, yo, I could have made every excuse of why I did what I did, but instead I just manned up and just accepted what came with it. So it's a big record. It's going to be one that's going to come hard when it comes out.
Okay. Take us through a typical day. Like, what is it like as, how you go through your rehearsals? What's a typical day like? How you prepare? I
mean, for one, I'm a homebody. So, when I get up, I'm on, first I got to pray, I got to read, I got to meditate. After that, I always put on the music. I rehearse a lot in the kitchen or upstairs in the bonus room. I may, move around and rehearse like that. But for the most part, like, I come from the other aspect, the other side. So I try to stay out of the streets as much as possible. So, they keep me working. Chevy keep me working. Will keep me working. Like, my boy JoJo, he keep me working. Like, we always stay working and stay focused so we can just, transition from that.
Okay. So how has your music evolved from 2013 until now?
I mean, I had a friend who told me something that was influential. He said, you have to be cautious of what you put out because you're responsible for where you lead people. So that's what really caused me to revamp the whole sound and the whole image. It wasn't so much that, I wanted to get in or I wanted to make some people were going to like. It was that I had to realize that, people always say, I want to be careful what I do now because my kids going to see it later. But it's not so much that. It's like I want to be mindful of what I'm saying because my fans are going to listen to every moment, whether it's my past, present, or future, and they're going to think that it's okay for them to do it because the person they idolize is doing it. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to make sure I took the time to actually, be cautious of and mindful of what I'm saying and how I'm saying and what I'm doing. And also, the image that I put out and I portray.
Okay. All right. What's been your biggest challenge so far as an artist?
I think the biggest challenge is just like the level of trust with people.
Got you.
Because it's just so many ways you can do it, and it's just so many different hoops you can jump through, or it's just so many different ways you can connect with people. Like you can go the DJ route. I've been burnt that way. You can go the PR route and different routes to get what you're trying to get. But at the same time, like each part is important. When I originally came out years ago, I made money. We were on tour, but at the same time, people weren't necessarily able to match the name with the face. So like now this time, my PR app, she's on me heavy, and we come out and she's like, yo, we need to get these publications. We need to get you into people's face so they know who you are. So now I think it's more so like the hardest part and the most challenging part is just connecting with people and hoping they have the right intentions because you just don't know.
Okay. And your publicist is definitely a great person. So at least you can see, the results on being,
absolutely. It's a blessing.
Posted on here and there and stuff like that. Okay. So give us some advice that, you can leave people with that's trying to, make it in this industry.
Definitely have faith. And like, you definitely got to stick with it. Like, at one point in time, I used to believe like, yo, you know, you need this, you need investors, you need management, you need so many things to get there. But what I realized is you have to do 100% of what you could do with what you have. If you don't have access to a studio but you got a phone, you should be posting every video you can, rapping over beats, whatever. If you have access to the studio but you don't have adequate management or, you know, financial help or investors, you should be going to work, hitting that studio and just getting the music recorded so that when somebody comes and says, yo, I'm looking for a dope artist, that you have a product to present to them. Like, you can't expect someone to put money behind a product that's still an idea. So I always say, like, yo, maximize what you got, because a lot of people will look at you now, but they're not in a position to actually pick you up and grab you up, but they're going to come back and get you later because they see you still dedicated to the grind. So I say just maximize whatever you're doing at whatever stage you are. And if if you don't have access to the music, or if you're, videographer or producer, like, just stick with it. Just do as much as you can with what you can. Like, it's so many resources out here that's available, but you really have to really look out, and you'll find them.
Great advice. Great advice. Again, give us your social media handles and how you can
My
be
social
reached.
media is Can't Count Me Out. You can reach me at can'tcountmeout.com. Can't Count Me Out on IG. You can't count me out. Like, I'm gonna be here forever.
Okay. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Again, willpower, everybody.
Thank y'all,
Checking
everybody
in.
at Hip Hop Weekly. I love y'all. Appreciate you for having me here.
Thank you so much.